What's up, YouTube? Fortress Rodimus here. Just trying something a little bit different, talking about what's on my mind. And today it is Age of Apocalypse. Love Age of Apocalypse. One of the reasons that's on my mind is I was at Walmart the other day and they finally came out with the Marvel Legends figures, the Age of Apocalypse series. And man, I've been waiting for them. I've wanted it, the Weapon X, so bad. And I got it. I put it in my cart, and it's like staring up at me the whole time. You know, you're like pushing the cart, and there it is. And I was like, wow. And except that wow factor faded real fast. As I'm looking at it and it's staring at me, I just wasn't happy with it. Now, I shop around for my figures. You know, I got my Marvel Legends Wolverine right here, and I know my lighting's not the greatest, but I love it. I read so many reviews, watched so many reviews, and just wasn't happy with it. I got my Sabretooth to go with my Wolverine. I got the this Marvel Select one because it's just bigger, and I mean, he's bigger than Wolverine. So, but I did so much research before I bought those two, and I couldn't even see them in hand. So I got that one. I looked at it, and I was gonna buy it, and I couldn't. I did not like the sculpt of it. I didn't like the face. It just didn't look right. It didn't look to me like Weapon X. I wasn't happy with it. And yeah, so that made me think about Age of Apocalypse, and I love Age of Apocalypse. Favorite series of all times. You know, I do have, even back from 1995, I have my Astonishing X-Men gold covered trade paperback, and I still have it. I still read it all the time. I do have the entire series on digital. One, because it's easier that way, because I had the originals. I went shopping like crazy in the 2000s to find all of them, 50-cent bins, 20 quarter bins, dollar bins, all that, and got the whole series. And then we moved, and I had to get rid of my collection. Just couldn't move with it, you know, cross states. But I did keep my 10th anniversary from 2005 edition. I do have the one-shot Age of Apocalypse, and then I do have 1 through 6. Still with comic boards and everything. So I did pick those up. I read through those too after I finish the series. But, you know, I thought Age of Apocalypse was done. Like, no more. We're good. Especially after the first, you know, Age of Apocalypse, because that was it. It was done. The world was destroyed. And then they got this one, the 10th anniversary. And like, oh, okay, I'll pick it up. And now they're still going through with it. They just finished it again in here recently. I don't know what the year was. I'm sorry. My comics are usually a couple years behind, mainly because I don't have the money to buy them. You know, they're not as cheap as they used to be. But I'm like, Weapon X now he has the power of Apocalypse, and he looks like Apocalypse, and now you have these people, you know, Jean has to defeat him along with Sabretooth, and they have to go and attack. I think he calls himself Weapon Omega in the series, and I'm just like, Marvel, WTF? I mean, really, Marvel, what the heck's going on? Why are you keep reusing? Like, are you guys completely out of ideas to move on? And it just made me think, man, Age of Apocalypse was great and still is great. Couldn't we just leave it alone? I mean, that's my gist of it. I would love to hear your thoughts, YouTube. I'd love to know what you think. If you've read the new series, let me know if it's actually even worth it to try and find it. And if I'd enjoy it. I mean, let me know. I always love to know what people think and go from there. It's not all about my thoughts. You know, this is Fortress Rodimus. Subscribe down there. Follow me. And I hope to talk to you later. Thanks, YouTube.